All right, so it was a classic whodunit, and you know what? We found out here on Chapter 8. Let's get started. Hello, and welcome back to the couch. We saved you a seat. My name is Luke, and today we're checking out Chapter 8 of Fugitive Telemetry. Yes, this is the 8th chapter in the 6th book of the Murderbot Diaries series. We've been doing chapter-by-chapter reactions and reviews of the series. Having a great time doing it. Loving the interaction with you guys. If you'd like to follow along, you can purchase the book via the Amazon link in the description of this video. There's links to all sorts of books that we've done so far. We've done the Andy Weir's Project Hail Mary. We've done A Court of Thorns and Roses. Thorns and Roses. And we've done this entire series. Going all over the place with fantasy and sci-fi. If you buy the book, you can follow along. Also, it supports the channel. And if you'd like to support the channel, you can join the membership. It's $2 a month, and we'll be able to do cooler and better things. Plus, it kind of just buys me a cup of coffee. So it's nice. It would be nice for you to do so, and we appreciate your time. Look, let's get started. So, I was wrong and right again. So I talked about the cover. And I was like, oh, apparently we're going to have conflict with a combat bot. I said that in an earlier review. And then when we got to the hostel, I thought, oh, the way they described it was the circular head, right? The circular head in the hostel, 25 meters tall, right? Taller than him, right? He's what, maybe 5'11", 6 foot, about double the height. Okay, whatever. Or not, 25 feet. 25 feet. So I thought, okay, that's the hostel robot. That's it. Right there. But no. It was the PA, the Port Authority robot. That was the actual person thing on the inside. And when Murderbot breaks down all of the details, when you find out on page 1 of chapter 8, you find out that, oh, Lutrin was killed from a needle to the head. It's like, oh, it's kind of gruesome. A needle-like thing? What's got that going on? Right? And you continue through to see, oh, Indo, where are you going? That's weird. What are you doing? Why are you going over there? Wait, who's sending you over there? Or Aelin? With all this going on, they're trying to set up the bait. They're trying to set up a trap to trap the insider. Because now at this point, they figured out it was insider. And Murderbot finally realizes that things are a little screwy right now. Then it happens. It happens. Murderbot runs a query of all of the interactions with bots that are traveling outside of the station. And the moment it runs a query, something happens. Something drops something on Murderbot, right? And you think, well, that's ominous. And then something else almost happens. Immediately, Murderbot was like, oh, this has got to be it. I'm querying what's happening here, and it's attacking me. It's got to be a combat bot. It's got to be something. So it runs into Port Authority, gets into, just this whole section was like, honestly, I missed some things. I had to go back and reread it, right? But once Murderbot figured out what was going on, once Murderbot elevated its capability, man, we got such a cool combat scene. Such a cool combat scene. And I gotta tell you, Combat Bot was winning. The Combat Bot was doing well against Murderbot, it having no weapons, and Murderbot having a projectile plus the energy things that apparently don't do anything. So yeah, that was really, really cool. Their combat was well executed as it used multiple arms. Murderbot removed one. It tried to bust out of the window to kind of sort of escape or give itself more leverage against Murderbot because it knows that Murderbot has the advantage maybe in this close, tight area. And Murderbot grabs it as it's going down. It busts through the window. It goes all the way down. That breaks Murderbot's ankle. And then Murderbot's like, oh no. And then it gets a ping. It gets a message from one of the other bots. The other cargo bots. And as it turns out, they're irritated that it killed one of their friends. That Balin was one of theirs, one of their own. And the combat bot that was inside Balin killed it. And that's how they viewed it. And so they showed up to protect all of the humans and to protect Murderbot. Well, Murderbot sort of, but all the humans and themselves. kind of cool. The reason this is kind of cool is because this is how preservation operates. Preservation treats all its bots autonomously, uniquely, like they have feelings, right? And so their self-preservation, when they're met with a threat, they agree unilaterally to help each other, to protect humans. What a cool thing. What a cool thing. And the moment the combat bot was like, oh, I'm overwhelmed, it like self-evaporated, I guess. It removed itself, its own programming from its own, it disappeared, right? And so now we just have an empty husk, I guess, of an android, of a bot. But needless to say, what a cool moment. Cool combat. I gotta hand it to Martha Wells here. Every single time we've had combat, we've had conflict, physical conflict, it's been unique. It's been different. It's been a little weird. This one was just as unique as the last one, right? And the way Murderbot comes to this conclusion and executes is awesome. And then the final part, when it gets this conversation with Enda, where Enda's like, hey, bud, I didn't put you on the Enda news, okay? We're on the same team. If we were going to fight, I'd have done it straight to you, which Murderbot respects. And then Enda also appreciates Murderbot's efforts, even though Murderbot made the mistake with the hack. Enda's like, yeah, we did pretty good. You know, for all it's worth. Saved a bunch of lives, right? And we're able to, you know, put some mercenaries away. We did pretty good. And I love the ending. The ending was dope too, where you come to a point where Mensah's like, let's go to a play. And I'll be frank with you. The moment I read that, as someone who does theater or has done theater, does not enjoy going to plays all that much unless I love the play or musical. I was like, Murderbot's never going to go for this. And then I remembered Murderbot loves entertainment, loves to feed. And it was initially Murderbot's like, nah. But then Mensah's like, you know you want to. Come on, dog. And he's like, okay. And then we sort of get this quasi-happy ending to a great detective story. This is fascinating. This is fascinating. I'll talk about the book again a little bit more in a future video where we do a book review of this, and I'll rank my favorite books in this series from least to first, least to best. But so far, that was a great ending to this. It kind of reminds me of The Long Halloween. It's the Batman story. Talk about that another time. We'll talk about that tomorrow for the book review because I think that'd be cool. But yeah, it's odd. It's an odd ending. It's cool. I like that. For some reason, this combat unit ended up on preservation and was there for years and years and years and years and was being taken advantage of by mercenaries or whatever to do its bidding. And it was thoughtful enough to hide it. And it was using, I don't know, other armor to protect it. It's a cool moment. It's a cool moment. It's a great way to wrap up this chapter because we had a pretty good intrigue in the last chapter with Murderbot going into space and saving the indentured servants, let's call them. And now we've got a full-on fight that happened from the security office or the Port Authority office onto the dock where all the bots saved it, which I thought was kind of a cool wrap up for kind of how preservation operates with those units. So that was pretty cool. Pretty good book. Pretty solid. A little bit slow at the beginning, I'm not gonna lie to you. First 3 chapters, I was just like, okay. 4 ended well, and now we're back to, but this final 3-4 chapters, pretty solid. So I think that's all I've got for you. Tell me what you thought about that chapter and the chapters leading up to it down in the comments below. That'd be great. And once again, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. We're up to 955, close to 1,000 subscribers. Once we hit that 1,000 mark, we can do some sweet things, the cool shit. We can start doing good stuff. And so that will be really great. Gonna move on to book 5, I think, and then book 7 right after that. So stay tuned for more news on that. Like I said, we've done some other book series, so I'd be open for another book, but I think my brother's recommended me one that I'm gonna do next. I'll let y'all know what that is as soon as I know what it is. But I think that's it for me. So till next time, later taters.